Right, so now we're moving on to Bundesliga. So one thing I've noticed about Bundesliga is attacking wise very strong, but midfield wise is quite weak. Unless you go the expensive like Goretzka's, Kimmich, unless you go for the big high rateds, I feel like the late 70s and early 80s for them are not that. It's just a bit more niche to find. I feel like your options are not as good as, say, the Premier League and maybe even La Liga and a Serie A. I feel like their centre mids are quite. There's not too many options unless you go for the higher ratings, which are going to cost you more money. But we've gone with, obviously, up front wise, we've gone for a Pender up front. Everyone knows that last year, he had his informs, player of the month. Pace was unreal. People just bring him off the bench. He was just maxed out pace, like just so quick. This year, 93 pace, 79 shooting, 80 dribbling, 78 physical. Really good stats, actually. And one thing about him as well is he's 3-star, 4-star. But one thing as well is, although he's shooting 79, I think he has like 80, 81 finishing, which is a very good stat. Again, I mean, he's 82 overall, so he could be a little bit pricey because of the pace. But I'm going with him anyway. I think he's probably going to be affordable for the most part. So we've got Adeyemi on the left. He's just pure pace merchant. 96 pace, 77 shooting's okay, 81 dribbling. Again, he's just going to be one of them players where he's 4-star, 4-star. You just hit through balls down the side, through balls over the top, just run onto him. He's going to just cause so much trouble with that pace. He's just going to be like rapid down that wing. Obviously 80 rating overall, shouldn't be expensive obviously, but he has got the pace. Sometimes, if you remember, like Adama Traore was only like a 79 or 70 something rated last year, but he stayed at like 20-30k for ages, so we'll see how that one plays out, but I don't think he'll be too expensive. And we got Marlon on the right, who could probably play up front as well. 89 pace, 80 shooting, 85 dribbling, very well rounded, 4-star, 4-star again. Again, he's Dutch, so he can link him even with some Premier League players. Could just go with some very. He's just a really good, well-rounded. Play him on the wing, play him up front. Just a good player. Pace, good shooting, dribbling. He's going to be a good player, I think. Then we've gone for Nemecha in midfield, who actually looks really good. Like, obviously, his shooting's quite poor, but 82 pace, 79 dribbling, 73 physical, 72 passing. Again, like a left centre mid. He's only a 77 rating, so I can't imagine him being more than 1,000-1,500 coins once the game drops a little bit. But I think he's going to be quite a good centre mid. Very cheap and just will do a job for a while. Gone for Simmons in midfield. Obviously 79 rating overall. He is 4-star, 3-star, 87 pace, 83 dribbling, decent passing and shooting. Play him as a cam. He's very small and agile. Play him as a left centre mid. Play him even as a striker, second striker. Really good card. I think he'll be really good at the start of the game. Shouldn't be too expensive as well. Gone for Gravenberch in midfield. Now I know he's gone to Liverpool in real life, but on here he's still showing as Bayern. So I'm assuming that he's still going to have a Bayern card, because of they might have already obviously done most of the game before the transfer had happened, so he might get updated once the game comes out, or he may have a card for both leagues, I'm not sure. But again, like, pace wise isn't anything special, but decent shooting, good passing, good dribbling, good physicals. He is 4-star, 4-star, again, box to box, centre mid. I wouldn't probably play him CDM because obviously his defender is not that high, but I think anything around sort of the midfield he's a good shout, and he's quite cheap. You can't see him being expensive at all. Left back, we've gone for Raum. I think he was good. I had him last year when I started a Bundesliga team. I think he had like 89 or 90 pace last year, so he's been downgraded a little bit, and he might have been like an 80 rated, but he's 78 overall now. 88 pace, 78 physical, 71 defending, decent passing for a fullback. Again, play him as a left mid and just get him up and down, or play him as a left wing back, left back. He's going to be cheap. He's just going to be solid. Schlotterback, he's got kind of a big boost from last year. Again, for a centre back, I mean, he may be on the more expensive side, but looking at his defending stats and he overall 78 pace, 73 dribbling's not bad for a centre back. 85 defending, 82 physical. I think he's going to be a really good gold card at the start of the game. He's going to be a little bit like a Kanate of the Premier League, I think. He's got the height as well. I think he's going to be a solid card. It could be pricey, which is why I've put him in anyway, but we'll see how that plays out. Gone for Klosterman again. Every year, Klosterman as a gold card is just so good at the start of the game. He's always got pace. He's just always got good defending, 81, good physicals, pace is there, the height's there. He's just a really good card at the start of the game. 79 overall. He's going to be really cheap as well. I think he's someone you can look out for playing centre-back for your starter squad. Then we've gone for Wolf, right-back for Dortmund. 81 pace, not bad passing, dribbling, 72 defending, 79 physical. Again, as a full-back, as a wing-back, play him as a right mid, up and down. Solid card, 78 rating as well. He's going to be cheap. Quite a good full-back. And then we've gone for Herodecki in goal. I just picked him really, no real reason. There's a lot of there's like Bellman, quite a few players around the 80s and 81s. There wasn't a lot in it. You had like Castells and stuff, but I remember he's an 84. And I remember last year he was like 30, 40k for a while. So I haven't really put him in because I'm looking at teams that, I don't want to start going over like into the 100, 150, 200k mark because it's not very realistic to have that at the start of the game, depending if you buy coins. If you buy points and get packs, then maybe. But for most people just starting, I've gone for more of an affordable team. I mean, some of these, like Openda and Schlotterbeck, might actually be expensive. So on the bench, we've also got, we've got Upamecano, which again, his gold card is always good. Great pace, good defending, good physical. Solid card. He's got the French links if you want to link him to sort of like DRB in the Premier League and players like that. Solid card, plays for Bayern, always a good gold card. You can never go wrong with him. I don't know if he's quite expensive when the game comes out, but I've put him in anyway. Then there's another option we've gone for, Tapsoba for Leverkusen, 75 pace, 82 defending, 79 physical, really good stats, 6'4", massive defender. I think he's probably going to be a good card as well. I've never actually used him, but he always looks like a good gold card for starter squad, so I've put him in. As an option for fullback, I've gone for Gunter, 81 pace, 74 defending, 84 physical. Again, just a well-rounded, good fullback. Can't really go wrong. 79 overall. I can't see him being pricey. Gone for Mazraoui as a right back for Bayern, 79 pace, 8 good dribbling, decent defending, decent physicals. Again, up and down, quite a good fullback, steady. 82 overall, but should still be fairly cheap. I've gone for Kone here. He's 77 overall, so I think he's going to be like a bargain. But 73 pace, 74 passing, 82 dribbling, 75 physical, 69 defending. French, so he's got them links again. So if you want to link him to Premier League players, 6'1", 4-star, 3-star. He's just going to be like a really bit of a powerhouse in midfield, I think. Sort of left centre mid, right centre mid. He's just going to sort of be able to take the ball off people, run with the ball. I think he's going to be quite a good. He's the very budget. Like if you're looking at probably picking someone up for like 1,200 coins, maybe 1,500. He's one that I'd look at. We've gone for Chan, who's probably going to be on the pricier side, 83 overall. Great stats. I mean, look, even shooting and passing for a CDM, dribbling, great defending, physical, good pace. He's just going to be like higher defensive work rates. Play him as a CDM, even probably as a centre mid and maybe like just a box-to-box player. But I think with the high defensive work rate, play him as a CDM, whack a shadow on him or an anchor. He'll be really good. Might be a bit pricey, but I think definitely a great choice if you've got the coins as a starter squad. Then we've gone for Lima, who I've actually had last year when I started a Bundesliga team when he was at Leipzig. Again, just a super all-rounded midfielder. Predominantly a CDM, but you can probably play him centre mid in game. But again, high defensive work rates, 83 overall, 80 pace, good passing, decent dribbling, good defending, good physicals. He's just a really solid card at the back. Great CDM, I think, and he's always cheap. I remember, even though his stats are quite good, I remember at the game when it comes out or the first few weeks, you could probably pick him up for a few thousand coins. Can't really go wrong with him as a CDM. Gone for Hoffman, who is a cam. Whether you play him as a cam, he can probably play as like a left centre mid, right centre mid. But again, decent pace, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, good physicals. Really good stats on him. High medium work rates. If we look at him, he's a 3-star, 4-star. So not a bad shout there. He's 83 overall. So I think him as a midfielder, as a starter squad would be decent. I'm not sure if he'll be good as a cam with that pace, but I think as a midfielder he'll be solid. Then we've gone for a bit more of an expensive option in Sane, who's obviously 91 pace, 81 shooting, 80 passing, 85 dribbling. Really good stats, Sane. I think he's got 2-star weak foot, which always seems to let him down. 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot, which is poor. But I think as a winger, he's always, at the start of the game, he's always reliable, great player, great pace, good shooting if you cut inside on his favoured foot as well. He's just one of them cards where he's a good winger, even though his weak foot's bad, lets him down, I feel like, as a starter. But again, Bayern Munich, 84 overall, you're probably looking like Diaby from the Premier League. You're probably looking at, maybe like 15, 20, 25k, 1,000 coins. So he's going to be quite expensive. Then we've gone for Becker, who's like a really budget option, 78 overall. I mean, shooting 76, not the best, but he's got 94 pace, rapid up front. He is 3-star, 2-star, which is really poor, but as a cheap starter, he's an option. Probably not as good as some of the other options, but he's there for the pace. I mean, potentially you could even bring Becker on and play him maybe like on the left or the right, and then put Marlin up front. That's kind of an option to use his pace. So I've put him in more for like a striker or a covering as a winger. Then we got Werner, which every year his gold card's normally pretty good. 91 pace, 80 shooting, 82 dribbling. He's just a solid card. He's probably going to be cheap as well, 82 rating. Again, through balls, running in behind, he's got that pace. He's just going to be like a good gold card up front. Now I've gone for Muani, who looks really good, but I think he's going to be a bit pricier this year. So obviously 91 pace, 78 shooting, 86 dribbling. Really good card, high medium. I think he is 4-star, 4-star. 4-star, 4-star, 6'2", good height. Again, he's a little bit like, I feel that because he's gone up to an 84 and he's been upgraded, he's probably going to be a little bit more pricier than your Werners, Appenders, and like Marlins. But it's probably still affordable, but I just feel like he's going to be a little bit on the pricier side. But again, really good striker. I think he's going to be a great option. He's got that physical, so he can like win headers, hold the ball up, but he's also got the pace as well to run in behind. But yeah, the Bundesliga, obviously you've got like your Kimmiches, Goretzkas, Gnabry's, your Harry Kanes. You've got other players that you could probably play in there. I'm just trying to think if there was any other wingers that we had. Let me just get rid of one of these quick and have a look, because I feel like when I was looking at the Bundesliga, there was someone I noticed who looked really good. So obviously you got Koeman as well, but he's going to be 85 overall. He's going to be expensive. Reina, Wimmer, got a few other players that can sort of play on the wings. Makuku. Some of these players are like not bad stats wise. Now we're getting a bit lower into the 75s. We don't really want to go down that route. But let's have a look if it was midfielders. I can't remember. You got like Wirtz as well, who looks really good for like a cam centre mid, but he's 85 overall. He's going to be pricey. Brandt, Royce has really been downgraded pace. I mean, really good stats across his shooting, passing, dribbling, but pace wise, he's going to feel really slow. You got players like Schlager, not bad or well rounded, kind of like a centre mid CDM. Danny Almo's got good stats, but again, his pace, like he's just been done with pace. Like, I'm not sure how it's going to feel this year, whether you can get away with players who are a bit slower or you need players who are like rapid. But we've got quite a few players anyway that are not too bad. You got like Hazard again for a winger, and that he's too slow, but could you play him as like a left centre mid or right centre mid? Yeah. Ozcan, could he play as a CDM? Probably could do a decent job. But that's if you go higher end, obviously we've got like the Musialas, Goretzkas, but they're going to be. I mean, Musiala, look at him. He's gonna cost a lot of money. Grimaldo, left back, looks really good, pacey, but again 84. He's going to cost a lot. Kim Min Jae looks really good. He's going to probably be quite expensive as well. So if we're looking at like pure starter squads, I don't know how affordable some of them are going to be. Obviously, Frimpong right back, rapid, good dribbling, up and down, he's like a winger. Again, he's probably going to be expensive, 83 overall. Davis, he's always expensive, rapid, good dribbling, left mid, left wing back. Again, he's going to be a really good card, but just super expensive, and I don't know how, for most people at the game, he's going to probably take a lot of grinding, or you're going to have to be lucky to get him. So that's some ideas for Bundesliga starter squads and players. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got La Liga and Serie A starter teams coming out in the next day or two. And then obviously on Friday we'll be uploading Eafc content, maybe live streaming. So make sure you subscribe for that. Hit that like button. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.